Here we are in the desert. God, you never know where you're gonna end up when you watch a video with a wildflower hiker. Just bombed my way down, bombed ass down I-5 through Bakersfield, over 58, classic route from the Bay Area to the desert. And here we are this morning, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. I can't believe everything that I'm seeing. The mountains and the plants are all so... Sorry. That's so stupid. Like I always say in these things, they should have never ever let me have one of these things, these iPhones. Anyways, man, I was just making a joke, but God, it's so pretty here. It's so pretty. I would never want to live any time but now. I mean, back in the old days, like it would take, a week to get here or something. I love being able to drive my car down and change from the redwood country to this in a day. Look at that. Oh, God, it's so amazing. Let's take a tour of our local plants here. Two of my favorites growing in this wash are the ambrosia, which is right here, the burrowweed, desert ambrosia, which is lovely smelling, has a nice, oh God, it's like deserty, earthy, which is why it's probably in the ambrosia clan. And desert chaparral. Here, we'll walk this way because we're gonna... Oh, look at that. There's the Wildflower Tour van doing its first duty here on this trip to the desert. And there are no wildflowers to be seen this year. There's barely, even the perennials are struggling because it's just... Oh, I gotta try some more of this desert ambrosia. Oh, kill me, why don't you? God, that's so great. God, I gotta try distilling this stuff. Or doing enfleurage or something. See how the leaves are barely poking out this year. There just hasn't been enough rain. I mean, that's just so skimpy. Let's see if I can hold this up for you. Yeah, that's just so skimpy. It's just, God, they've probably gotten like a fraction of an inch down here. So the project for today is I'm harvesting desert chaparral, which is this plant. Look how lush that is. Wow, everything else is dried up, and the only green you see is this lovely plant. This is desert chaparral, also known as creosote, also known as, its botanical name is Larea tridentata. Such a cool, strange plant. Did you know that the oldest living thing on Earth is a creosote plant? This thing? There's a bunch of it in the Coachella Valley area. There's a, or I should say a cluster really, in the Coachella Valley area that they've dated to about 10,000 years. That means that these things have the potential to live, let me just get some perspective here, okay, I'm taller than this plant. These things can live to be on the order of 5 to 6 times as old as a redwood. Wow. 5 times as old as a bristlecone pine. It's kind of amazing. It smells so good. It just smells like the desert when it rains. It's the most lovely smell. It's the signature plant of the Mojave. What an amazing plant. It's just an incredible plant. I love this plant. Great plant. I'm so happy to see it. So happy to see you, creosote. It's been a while, and it's so marvelous to come down to the desert in the wintertime. And I love this area. I love it. I've backpacked all over these mountains, and going south from here, I backpacked from the Mexican border through Joshua Tree on the desert trail in a continuous line, and I backpacked in the Kingston Range up here, in the Funeral Mountains to the north in Death Valley. I backpacked in camps south of Baker in the Mojave Preserve, in the Providence Mountains, and the Granite Mountains, and then going south from there into the unprotected area of the Ships and Irons. I did a whole bunch of wilderness boundary surveying down there. I'm not bragging here about all this stuff I know. I mean, that's fine that I did all that shit, but I'm just saying, like, when you spend time in an area and you get to know it like it's your backyard, and you recognize the peaks, and it becomes not this kind of like alien, weird landscape, but a this familiar thing that you really understand and know. And there's nothing, doesn't seem weird to me, or, you know, I mean, people come to the desert and they're like, oh my God, it's like the moon, it's like the Mars, it's like this alien landscape. I mean, the reason the desert is great is not for the freak factor. It's for the vibrant, diverse ecosystems. If you love wilderness and you love plants, you will find your way to the desert, because this is where it's at.